All right, so what's going on with Bitcoin? What's going on with cryptocurrency? Because I know a lot of you are stressed out there. You're probably panicking, not knowing what to do or who to follow, because you're seeing YouTubers, one day they're bullish, one day they're bearish, then they're bearish, then they're bullish, and they just change this and they flip every single day, sometimes twice a day. So let's go straight into the charts over here. Let me show you what I'm seeing, what my views are. I did make videos about this before, but a lot of you don't really get to the end of that video. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get straight to the point here and explain to you my whole thesis, what to look out for, what to do, so you know what to do in these crypto markets. And for the crypto markets, the number one coin we're going to be looking at is Bitcoin over here. And look, this is what I drew in the last analysis. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete all this and we'll go through it one by one so you make sure you understand. So what's the factor line saying to us right now? Okay, so the factor line just turned gold over here and gave us a gold spot on the 4 hour. For this to go gold on the daily, I suspect that it's not gold on the daily yet. Nope, it's not. The reason is we need to break out the range. Let's go back to the 4 hour real quick. And as you can see, the factor line actually gave you this range over here. It drew this range for you, and we're waiting for the breakout and for this to actually become support. Now, let me make this simpler for you. Let's turn on factor flow. And for now, let's turn off the 200. So this is what we're seeing right now. So we are gold on the 4 hour, and of course we should be gold on the hourly as well. This was our indication. As you can see, there's an hourly range that we're trying to break here as well. So this was our indication over here. We're talking about this in our group. Yesterday we were saying the 4 hour also has to turn gold. It did. And basically, it was a good buy signal. We also said down here, $80,000 is our bottom, and this is now our stop loss. Let me just go back to the 4 hour. I want to show you something real quick. Anything above this line over here, this is my thesis at 74,500. Anything above here is just a higher low. I know Benjamin Cohen, he uses the weekly SMA. We'll just turn it on real quick. And he said, once that closes under the weekly, let's just go to the weekly chart real quick. Bear with me, I just want to make sure you understand this. So Benjamin Cohen says, since we broke under the weekly over here, the weekly moving average, this is a bear market. I said we need to wait for this candle to come back up. It did not. The second week down, we're seeing this, but I kept on saying and insisting until this resistance, this support breaks, we are still in structure. It's not a bear market. If this breaks, if price comes below, makes this resistance, this for me would be a confirmed bear market or prolonged bear market as we go lower or range under the resistance here. But for now, long term, it's just another higher low. And we always get bounces and reversals or relief rallies. We have to see where these get to. In other words, looking at the weekly right here, you could even see something like this, and then we go into a bear market, which is what I'm suspecting. Why? This will also give us a nice heads and shoulders over here with a neckline being at our level. This is what I'm suspecting. Regardless, this is one of the scenarios that we get into a bear market, but this relief rally or dead cat bounce can give us significant gains even in altcoins, and that's why we're waiting for it. Now let's go back to the daily real quick. I hope this is not too confusing for you guys. I'll try and make this simple. So on the daily, we are still red, but as you can see, we are recovering over here, and we have to see where it's gonna reject if it rejects. The easy way, the easy place is 100K psychological. So that's what I'm eyeing right here. 100K psychological, this is the mid-range of the previous range over here on the left shoulder, if it is indeed a heads and shoulders. And if you want to take the top of this previous range over here, if you want it to be a little bit more range factored, which I like to do, this is the range of resistance. This here is strong rejection. We have to see what's gonna happen. Are we gonna come up here, reject, and go lower, or are we gonna break, make this support, and look for either the heads and shoulders I mentioned before or continuation for a double top and beyond? This is what we're looking for in a nutshell. In other words, we're not in a bear market. Yes, we are in a bear trend. We're still waiting to see if we reject on a dead cat bounce, or should I say potential dead cat bounce. And we have to see what's going to happen. The charts have to tell us we're still in the range. Now, the reason everyone's flip-flopping every single day, and I'm consistent for weeks in my analysis, is because I'm a swing trader and investor. I'm not a day trader. I'm not very good at day trading, to be quite honest with you. And neither are you. If you're watching trading videos, more than likely, you're not very good at day trading. Now, YouTubers generally do day trading. Why do they do day trading? Even though they're not very good at it, most of them. There's some of the very, very good guys out there. Chart guys, awesome at day trading. But anyway, most YouTubers do day trading. Why? Because it's the only way to get views. Why am I saying it's the only way to get views? Not a bad thing, but if you're doing analysis like I am doing, these go on for weeks and we're in ranges and we play between the range, well, there's no videos to be made. I mean, I just gave you the exact same chart as yesterday, the day before, and even before that. Ever since I've been telling you the same thing, before we bounce, I was telling you that's the potential bounce. Why? Because I'm a swing trader, right? But if I do this, if I do TA on my channel, and I do this every day, it's going to get pretty boring, me saying, well, we're still in the range. We're in the range. We're in the range, guys. That's the whole video. So this is why, yes, okay, so one, they do day trading, so they get more views. This means they're bullish one day, bearish the next day, bullish intraday, bearish intraday. I don't think that's good for you. Yes, it's good if you want to learn day trading, but I don't think it's for you. This channel focuses on long-term trends, narratives, and the way I personally trade. And I know it can get boring sometimes. You want the answers. What's the news? Why are we going up? Why are we going down? It's never the news. There's news for the masses, news for the classes. We always get the news for the masses. Basically, the price shows us what's going to pretty much happen probability-wise. And then once it happens, everyone scrambles to find the news. There's no news. I've proven this multiple times in my videos. Stop listening to news. Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. Anyway. So what's my message? What's the point of this video right now? We're still in a range. We're still waiting. Paul, what should I do? We're in a range. Paul, should I sell right now? Should I buy right now? We're in a range. You should protect yourselves on the resistance levels I gave you and wait for those to break and become support to buy in even higher with a potential mental stop loss or even stop loss under that level. And if we break down, you see weakness, you get out. And right now, you should have less coins generally, and you should be converting your losing coins into more powerful plays, if that makes sense. That's a whole different thing, a whole different video. And if you want to know how to use the factor line, if you want to learn how to use the factor line, the only way to get this is through my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. The factor line comes with that lifetime. And there are videos on how I personally invest, how I personally trade and swing trade mostly, plus thought, psychology, how to think, mindset, and so on. That comes with the factor line. Check it out. It's in the link below. It's also up here. I also have a QR code over here. Should have already been there. We'll get it there. We'll put it there after. We'll do it in post. I don't really like editing these videos, but I guess I'll put it in over there in post. So generally speaking, if you want to check out the factor line, there's no discount for Black Friday, but it's going up after Black Friday. It's going to incrementally go up all the way to $2,600. So make sure you get in now if you are interested. That said, let's talk about altcoins real quick. All right, so Zcash on the factor line is actually red right now, confirmed, and it's remaining red. And as you can see, the factor line gave us this range on the 4-hour over here. Now, this kind of looks like a bottoming formation here, or should I say potential bottoming formation. As a matter of fact, if you took my course, what you would do is you would draw a couple of support lines here and also here. And as you can see, it's actually a potential bounce over here. Let me just put this up a little bit because it's a bit off, but you get exactly what I mean. And look, it's funny how previous highs over here and different levels actually get respected over here, and that's how you make these calls. So if you are smart, what you would be doing, you'd be trading Zcash in a range over here. For example, you'd be buying with your stop loss under this range, and you'd be playing this range over here, just buying, selling, and once it breaks out, if it breaks out and it becomes support, you would then trade the higher range from here. So you would then trade these highs and these lows until that's invalidated and breaks to the upside or the downside. So that's how I would play Zcash on the 4-hour. If we go to the daily real quick, You can see the potential play for the daily right here. This is pretty much corresponds to the 4 hours, so you can play the range. Just make sure you respect this resistance over here. And that's your range on the daily, or your swing trade if you want to take profits around the $600 mark and then wait for confirmation or reevaluate. So that's what's going on with Zcash right now. So yes, I know it's looking weak, but on the daily, look at this. It's gold. Trend stacker over here, volume, momentum, a couple of other factors are gold. I don't see why you would not buy Zcash here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to convert some funds into Zcash myself as soon as I finish this video. So that's what's going on with Zcash. All right, now make sure you pay attention to what I'm about to say, because this part of the video is extremely important. Probably the most important part of this video, even though it may not seem like it. If you actually want to start making profits in crypto, if you actually want to start making it in crypto, you need to learn some principles. 10 basic principles that most other YouTubers and experts out there don't even tell you, maybe don't even know. And what you need to do is make sure you watch this video right here. If you're TikTok brained or anything like that, don't even bother. But if you want to actually profit in crypto, make sure you watch this video here. You really don't want to miss it. I can't stress this any more than what I'm doing right now. Watch this video or be broke.